Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to NAF as well. Make sure you smash the likes. Also, subscribe if you're new. That's very important. So you don't forget the stream. Otherwise, you might be wondering at the end, oh, wait, what was that channel called again from a week ago? So if it's there lurking, make sure you do all that good stuff. Big up to anyone that has smashed the likes already. Joined by FaZe as per usual on a Thursday. Got a new one in the building called Jordan, as you can see, or George. The Chelsea version of George. We got obviously Hooks, and Hooks is famous these days.
No, I'm not famous.
He's literally Hooks is a thief, and I'll tell you why. Yeah. Basically, my nan used to have a cap like that, a fishing cap, and now I can see where it's gone, and also it's baby blue. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
I bought this in Tokyo, innit?
Yeah, that's what my thanks for stealing my bro. You're a granny thief, bro. So, anyways, we're gonna be joined by Monts. Me and Monts actually end up going sleep at like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. playing zombies yesterday, bro. This guy sold me a dream. Yeah, no joke. Learning on the job, and never played zombies in since what, Black Ops 1, maybe even World at War. And then this brother said, yeah, if you use your gun, you upgrade it quick. Killing zombies, like killing the multiplayer. I know this is a bit of a different tangent. And I said, all right, bro, he's on it for 2 hours and my gun only leveled up by 5. Are you mad?
That's crazy.
You must be dead then. You gotta kill the zombies, bro.
No, we slapped them. We slapped them. But you know what it is? We didn't know that you could upgrade your gun, not pack a punch, but the other thing where there's you can make your gun go from uncommon to common and then tear it up. And we was slapping zombies, yeah. But anyways. Don't really matter anyway, but he'll be here in a sec. Also, Jay will be here in a sec. Sorry, FaZe. And yeah, but we're going to be talking about Zubimendi again on the agenda. We've got Ben White's out for 8 weeks, which is quite crazy. Arsenal can't really catch a break with his injuries at the moment. And then Amrim wants January signings. First demand. What you man saying?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Well, actually, truth be told, I'm vexed because it's international break, innit? But outside of that.
Yeah, no.
You think so? I think we needed that fucking break, man. We were crawling to the international break. We needed a reset. We were looking. We ain't won 1 in 4. Ain't scored a goal in. We needed the break. I think. This is the first time I'm actually appreciative of an international break. Me personally.
Yeah, Arsenal maybe needed it, but me as a content creator, yeah, this is the darkness that Bane was going through, boy. You get me?
I respect it.
What's going to talk about, blood?
When it hits the weekend, yeah, you're especially the weekend, you're gonna be like, what the fuck do I even talk about, bro? How do I even get 2 streams out, let alone 1?
Bro, man, I had to do a Q&A yesterday. That's how my idea, man, was, blood. You get me, man? Did a Q&A thing, but yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
I think people are just happy to be here.
Arsenal needed it.
I didn't want it. I was on a good run for the time being, but obviously Amram needs time to do what he needs to do in it. So it is what it is, isn't it? Probably a good time. It's probably a good reset. I think most teams probably need it, bar Liverpool. I think Liverpool were just doing good anyway. So that's probably the only team thinking, this is dead. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Probably worse for them, to be fair. It's probably a bad time for them, to be completely honest.
I wanted the ball to keep rolling, man. Can't lie.
Wait, you was on a bad run, innit? Ish, no?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't even know where we are at the moment, bro. It's a bit hard to talk about that. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted the ball to keep rolling. I think the lessons need to keep being learned every week.
Is your mic on, by the way, or connected? Look in the audio settings. I feel like, is it just me or does it feel like it's coming through his computer slightly?
It does feel like it's coming from somewhere else.
Yeah, check the audio settings and then then there go from there. But yeah, man, Zubimendi, apparently his slot's dream signing. Liverpool still really want him in January, but Arsenal are looking at him in the summer.
Yeah.
You know, remember, it only came out yesterday, though, that Arteta said he wants all different types of midfielders to especially in defensive mid to select from. And obviously, you can take that with a pinch of salt. Of course you can. But Partey might be on his way out, should be on his way out, to be fair. Jorginho's obviously, I think his contract might be running out, maybe, and I don't think he's going to get another contract extension. So technically, you're going to need another 2 midfielders. Zubimendi being one of them. And the Spanish thing is true though. Like, the connection's there.
And also, yeah,
it should be a little bit cheaper too.
I don't think it's a coincidence, but as soon as Edu leaves Arsenal, the Real Sociedad sporting director resigns and is now ending his contract 1 year early. So there's every potential that man like Roberto Olabe could be at Arsenal and just make that Zubimendi deal happen so much more smoothly. Blood. You get me? The stars are aligning. So we see what going on in it. But obviously, right now, you know, all of the Arsenal higher ups are actually they're having a meeting in it. Well, I say right now, I don't know if it's today, but it's happening this week. There's a lot of the Arsenal higher ups are having a meeting to talk about like transfer plans going forward, January, the summer, what they're going to do about the sporting director role and all them things there. So maybe Arsenal might start getting serious. Maybe we can just put the summer behind us, whatever the madness that happened in the summer that was just dead. Maybe we just put it down to Edu not being fully locked in. And yeah, we see what happens in January and the summer. Yeah, could be making a turn. Yeah, Arsenal could become scary. You know them right there. So
who's going to see? You mean who be going to? You mean Zubi? Yeah. Oh yeah. So Man City also chasing him as well. Like that's the name that's nailed on. I don't think you can wait for this guy to come in January though, Hawks. I'll be honest. I think he's going to get snapped up real quick. Don't even think Sociedad's having the greatest of times at the moment. Yeah, man. I think if you're going to go acquire him, you're going to have to bring out the checkbook in January, no?
I don't know, you know, because, okay, so if this Olabe guy does come to us, he might just be like, yo, Zubi, just ease off, man. It's cool. Like, and also with the kind of the Pep thing at the moment, yeah, the feathers being ruffled in the camp, yeah, boy, Pep might not even be there for too much longer. So what is Zubi really gonna like? Zubi's going there because Pep, but if Pep's not gonna be there and it's uncertain, then he might just be like, you know what? I'll wait. You know what I mean? I'll wait. You get me? And you see, and apparently Liverpool may not be making too many signings in January. Slot will be surprised if they make too many signings. So Liverpool might not go in for him. Hey, Arsenal might be the place. Hey, we might be throwing our Zeds up. You get me? So yeah, man. Let's see what go on, bro. Let's see what go on, man. I'm ready.
Where do you lot think Zubimendi will end up? Because I feel like Liverpool have done a lot of groundwork on this guy, man.
Yeah, I can see him going to Liverpool. I can't lie.
Do you rate him?
It's hard to say at the moment. Hard to say. I think I'd after a few performances in the Prem, I'd answer that question.
What are you saying, FaZe, man?
Just to see him, just a little bit.
How much reinforcements do you need in this guy, man? What kind of DM do you actually like?
Whatever Arteta likes, man. I'm not a fucking expert. You know what I mean? I wish
surely you have a preference of just yourself. Like, do you like destroy? I know Monts like destroyers, isn't it? But
yep, preferably bald as well.
No, I respect it. You know what it is? I just Arteta's introduced me to, like, I didn't like Havertz and he's worked out. Like, do you know what I mean? So I could concede and say I don't really know, to be honest, where the game's going and where the game's heading. The players that I'd necessarily liked might not even work in this new game. Do you get what I mean? So, with like, because it's a transfer, isn't it? I've had so many years as an Arsenal fan being depressed, not being able to watch us on the pitch, that I got my joy from transfers. Do you know what I mean? I used to go on the internet and type in Arsenal transfer, go on Facebook, go watch all the YouTube videos because I wasn't being satisfied on the pitch. So my next new hope was transfers, innit? So now, fortunately, on the pitch, barring a bit of recent stuff, we've been quite good. So until they have the shirt, lack of better words, I don't really give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know much about Zubimendi, and my preference is Arteta because I have faith in my manager. I like the transfers he's done so far. So, and it's his style of play. I'm going to be ignorant and pick someone who might not fit to his style of play. I just trust the experts who gets paid millions of pounds to put the team together over my guy sitting in my bando with a bugged internet settings who's going to tell him what DM to pick. Do you know what I mean?
Right, how much
are they paying you, bro?
Yeah, man. How much?
How much they paying you, G?
Well, I can just admit I don't know best. I could pick, you know who my best team is? The Invincibles, because they never lost the game and they'll beat everybody's team. If it's not an Invincible, I don't care then.
It doesn't mean you can't have an. It doesn't mean for someone who's probably watched football for so long. It doesn't mean you can't have an opinion because someone else knows best.
No, you know it is, but my opinion's been wrong so many times, so I can't have 100% faith in my own opinion all the time. Do you get what I mean? I think that's a bit awesome.
Yeah.
No, don't doubt yourself, bro. Don't doubt yourself, man. Don't worry, man. It will, the numbers balance out. The more you get right, the less you get wrong. You know the way there.
Because I like Fabinho, and people telling me that he was washed, and I'm like, I've never seen Fabinho washed. Like, do you get what I mean?
I mean, we have.
For the last year, it was like he
Last 2 years was
bad.
spooky.
Not last 2 years. It was don't do that. It was the last year.
Last couple of years, 18 months, he was spooky.
Where is 80? It was the last year.
Spooky.
It was a bit overrated.
I liked Bissouma.
Overrated.
I liked Bissouma at one point, and he was pants. I like Bissouma.
Wait, do you say Fabinho was overrated? How was Fabinho overrated?
Huh?
Who said
No,
Fabinho was?
I didn't say he was overrated. Are you mad?
Sorry, I thought you meant
It was Hooks.
Hooks. You said
What?
Fabinho was overrated, but you rate Declan Rice. Where does that come in?
I don't rate Declan Rice. Sergio Aguero does.
This guy's shameless. He's gonna do this. He's like, you know what he tried to do?
You don't rate Declan Rice.
You know what he tried to do, yeah? He's lying. You know what he tried to do, yeah? Behind the video scenes and all this before this started, yeah. He said, "Do you rate Sergio Aguero?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, who doesn't rate Sergio Aguero?" He's like, "Oh, because he said that Declan Rice is up there with the best DMs in the world, like Busquets and the rest of the crew, yada yada yada." So he's like, so if he's saying he's like, then Cass, if he's saying that, then do you know what I mean? Like, kind of thing. I'm thinking, I rate him as a player doesn't mean I rate his opinion. Like, who gives a toss?
You got to remember, the great players don't usually become managers, innit? So
yeah, but if he play with these players that he's saying that
with
Rice is, yeah,
I think he might have played against him a few times against West Ham when he was at West Ham.
But did he only say Busquets, Hooks? Did he say any other?
No, he said Busquets, Rodri, and Casemiro.
And he's played with Busquets, hasn't he?
Of course he has.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has.
Shortly for the time that he was at. So when he went to Barcelona before he retired.
Even if he played or didn't play the game, it don't matter. If you watch Busquets, you know he's the best DM to ever grace football.
Yeah, but the guy who's in him at training, pause if I have to, and is around him a lot, making that comparison.
The best defensive midfielder.
But we never seen. But how can you make that comparison when Declan Rice has played majority games for Arsenal in the 8? So how can you say he's going to be as great as whatever in the 6? I'm like, this is insane. So this makes your point invalid.
I'm just saying, you might just haters, innit? But it's cool.
He's got a point.
Let me ask you a question. If it comes to Premier League, caliber, Premier League level, and Premier League previous players, defensive midfielder Busquets, I appreciate your comments on him. He's a great player. But you know, Premier League wise, defensive midfielder. My comparison is the man that created that position, Makelele. When you're comparing defensive midfielders, like compare them to him, like, and that's why, for example, I rate Caicedo, like because he's mimicking what that guy used to do. If you're a defensive midfielder, you got to have that side of your game locked off. If your game going forward is better, well, I think you got.
I reckon the only reason why you say you appreciate Caicedo is because he's like in Makelele's comparison. Only Makelele is that they're both short and they both got the same trim. So
similar, bro.
I'll be real. No.
He's more modern.
Kante was the modern Makelele. Not Caicedo. Caicedo is a good player, but
Kante, not necessarily.
You see
the style of play is different, man.
No, don't try it. See these guys with no ball knowledge, bro. Allow it. Jorginho was your 6. Stop it right now, bro. Stop it because
they played as a 2.
Jorginho, I think Jorginho plays closer to Makelele.
He wasn't a defensive mid.
Kante's.
And you know what the maddest thing is, yeah? If he's such a great 105 million defensive, why the fuck do you want another one or 2?
Hey, look, yeah. Like, all I'm saying is, man that sit down and type on keyboards and on Twitter and talk on YouTube videos slew Rice. Man that kickball at the highest of levels.
You're not slewing Rice. You're overrating him. You're doing the same thing.
Rate Rice. Rate Rice. That's what I'm saying. I haven't said anything other than quoted what's a baller.
No,
who
the
everybody here
gaslighting.
would agree
No,
is a
don't do that.
baller.
No, don't do that.
That's
Now,
what I've done,
this is a
That's what I've
disingenuous
done.
thing because
But
All
I'm
right.
the same
listening to
brother
man
who
on
the same brother
Twitter
who
and
makes
YouTube.
the same brother who makes tweets, go on YouTube videos and cuss other players.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your players now,
Who
it's
do I
all about,
cuss?
bro. What do you mean? It's not about who you've cussed. It's like don't act like you haven't come on stream and criticize players like the same way people want to criticize Rice.
No. There's a difference
But
between constructive criticism and slewing a player into the ground.
What do you
through
mean?
Tribalism,
You know
which
what?
is
Yeah.
what all of you
By the
man
way,
do.
by
And
the
you know
way,
what? Yeah,
by the way,
if the
no, by
shoe
the way,
fit-
wait, hold
I
on,
never
hold
named
on.
no one.
Name
I
it.
never
No,
dropped no
wait,
names.
one sec. On this stream in particular,
I told you, Man United fans
No,
are too
wait.
sensitive.
no. In particular, that don't you dare coming from your fan base. But what's it called? In this in particular moment, has anyone actually said anything bad on Rice?
Check the chat.
What? Man,
The
have been
chat is, the
slewing
chat
Rice
is
all
slewing
all
Rice. The chat
season,
is
bro.
No.
slewing
On this
Rice.
panel right now, has
Man have been slewing
anyone
Rice from
said-
the Euros, bro.
I coulda, woulda, shoulda. If buts and maybes, go get the receipt.
You man calling Declan Couscous, bro? What are we doing?
So what? So what? I called Graven Birch, Graven bitch. I don't give a shit.
I'm not gonna
Anyway,
lie.
anyway.
I ain't heard that much hate towards Rice.
Okay.
Rice has been getting right. If we're being honest,
gets
Rice has held heat this season since the
All,
Euros.
all
Rice
of
has
our
held
players
heat.
do.
I don't know
All
what
of our
side-
players do.
I don't know what-
Sideways
but-
blasting,
but-
bro.
I don't know what fans are getting
but
at
again,
Rice.
this goes into this thing where I think you man forget what it's like to be a good team. That's why it's been so long for you lot. When you are a good team, people find it a lot easier to get onto your players, especially when they're very good. Especially when they've played very good, they'll look at any nook and cranny to try and get them down. That's what happens in rivals when they come across good players. That's
the
part
way
of the game.
I think
No,
the
but
way you
can I
package
ask
that,
a
like we
question?
don't know about good team, is a bit crazy.
Well, you
personally.
wouldn't
Nah,
because you
in my
wait,
per-
wait,
my
wait, wait,
personal
hold on.
Well, it
Because I
could
just
be.
noticed that.
I didn't say it was you. I didn't say it was you. Again, word to hooks. I said it's more if the shoe fits in it. But if
Because I feel
if the
like
shoe fits-
our players get judged with a brush that no one else does.
Because
Like,
you
Saka's-
lot do it. You
What
lot
do you mean?
do it.
Mm.
Did you
Do
not
what?
see what
I'd
Hawks
say
did?
on behalf of
In terms of
Arsenal,
what?
man, sometimes the fans hype up a player too much, man, and then when they
Well,
don't
every
do
fan
what
base
the fans
does
are
it.
saying,
No, all right. Can we keep this a buck here? Can we keep this a buck?
What's
First and
that? What did I
foremost,
do?
Hooks is trying to gaslight the thing, yeah, and trying to put man on a pedestal because Aguero said something. But he's like, I didn't say it. No, but you know what
Bro,
you're doing
because I didn't say it, bro.
no, you're in the thing where he says, "Oh, if my man said it, then it must be true." Like because
bro.
that means you're putting a praise of Declan Rice on a pedestal, meaning that's why I also
No.
subscribe to because you're not challenging that.
No,
Doesn't
so now
make sense.
you're
You're not challenging what Aguero said.
No, it's not.
Don't act like
so
you
now
haven't
you're
seen
assuming.
football, bro. Don't act like
Now
it.
you're-
No
now
one
you're
said. No
assuming.
one said it. No one said on here, by the way. Yeah, no one said on this panel anything bad about Declan Rice.
Don't make me go into the
You said,
WhatsApp
yeah.
chat.
Oh, he's up there with
Don't
the
make me
like.
go
obviously
don't make me go
with
into the
Aguero.
WhatsApp chat.
No, you're trying to do the protection thing. Don't try to do it, man. There's no Jimmy on this thing, fam. You in
I'm not trying to do
particular,
the protection
you in
thing, bro.
particular try to. You
I
tried
didn't
to
bring it up. You
cheat
did.
grin. No, you did before the stream happened.
You brought it up, bro. I didn't bring it up.
Stream happened.
Say nothing about
No.
Rice.
All right, let me
Put it
ask
up, bro.
George, yeah. Let me ask George. George, before the stream, yeah, when he was saying what Aguero has said, did he not have the
Yeah, before the
cheekiest
stream.
grin on his face about when he's likened him to the greatest defensive midfielders of all time, and
Who did that?
also tried to say what you said about that, Cass?
yeah,
No, but do you not understand that though?
you did
What his
mention
logic
it,
is?
you did mention
And now
it.
he got baited out. He's doing the chest thing, bro. Actually, FaZe, you can't have an opinion unless Arteta says it's good or not in it. Like
I
clearly,
didn't know what Aguero
No, but
said.
my opinion's not on.
Hey,
My opinion's not on. My
Hooks
opinion's
is the
not on
first
the
person
actual
to
player.
tell me.
I'm in agreement with Hooks to a degree because our players get put under a microscope like no one else is. Like Saka gets
That's
criticized for
not true, though,
limping.
bro. That's not true, man.
Saka don't. Maybe not for you lot. Algorithms are different, and I'm telling you, I have eyes, and I'm a logical person, and I notice that our players get criticized a lot. And if you're telling me that's not
I
true,
agree.
if you're telling me that's not true, if you're telling me that's not true, I'm not disputing you, but you're telling me why they're doing it. All my argument is that they do it, and everyone's telling me that it's impossible.
thank you, Zubimendi. Look what
Do
you've
you
done.
get what I mean?
Look what you've done.
All
man.
I'm saying is it happens.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
And I
but
don't do that to other people's players personally.
yeah, no,
Because
I
I'm
know
not-
you know.
I hear you.
Monks has had to have every single right winger on the planet compared to Mo Salah. That's where it started from. Comparing my man. Actually, you know what? My fan base started doing this shit when they tried to compare Bruno with Kevin De Bruyne. Are you insane? Every right winger.
Who?
Nah, they tried when Bruno Fernandes come
Remember
through
the Bruno
door, they
KDB comparisons when he
They
signed?
tried it. Same thing with Liverpool where they tried to do the Nunes thing with Haaland. The same thing when your fan base tried to put Saka up against because he's doing mad numbers against Mo Salah. And then now your fan base does it to Phil Foden. Do you know what I mean? Everyone does it. So in particular, no, so everyone
I'm not gonna lie, the Scousers were.
the fact
No,
is,
no, that's other fans. That's
no.
other fans.
Scousers were speaking with their chest, though, man.
My whole point is, yeah, just in a consensus. Every single fan base does it. So don't act like it isn't just against your players because it happens to everyone. No one compares to United because guess what? United is shit right now. So there's no one to compare. The only one I talk about is probably Kobe Mainoo because he's the best player in the world. Period. That's it.
You know what the difference is, though?
I don't like it when people do this, you know.
You see,
I don't like when people do this.
You see,
This is what we mean by the victim thing, bro.
The whataboutism is crazy, bro. No, the whataboutism is crazy, bro. Because we know that it happens. No. Let's not be
visibly see. How is that victim?
Yeah, let's not be
for different reasons.
Because you only, it's like you man only see it for.
No.
But every team,
we need some parliamentary procedure, lads. Everybody's
let's not be
different reasons for it. Like Arsenal, it's because you man have been competing for how many years? You ain't won the league.
Nah, man,
your points are just getting criticised.
Man, we're doing our players when we was in the mud, bro. What are we talking? Nah, do you know what?
I know, but I'm saying now they're criticising them differently.
No, but hold on. Yeah, Cox, because
we're not doing that.
No, it's true.
Say for example, yeah.
Like you were saying, yeah. Look, like you were saying.
Honestly, if I could punch my gun and shoot one of you, I would.
They're very quick here to cuss Arsenal players and get onto them and criticize their performances and stuff. And the reason why is because now they're doing it more than they did before, bro. Because now
it's always happened, bro. And let's not be disingenuous. I know it happens to every. I know it happens to every team. It's not about.
You don't. I don't think you man do the way you
man. It's not about it happens to every.
One said George.
All the time. We just get criticised all the time because Bowley took over. He spent that money, and we're like, bro, you man have spent £1 billion, bro. You ain't won no trophies, but that's not good enough.
No, you're talking about something different now. If you want to have a different conversation, that's fine. But what I'm saying is,
we get criticised. You get criticised because you're now competing, and they expect the most from you, the best. That's it.
All right, cool. Can I finish the point though?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, go on. One at a time. Sorry, people trying to listen back in it. We'll restore some order.
It's crazy, isn't it? But yeah. By the way, I know that it happens to other players because I have eyes. I use the internet. I'm aware. Stop doing this disingenuous thing. I'm clearly talking about volume. Like, if you compare the volume, it is crazy, bro. Like, the amount of hate that Saka gets. Saka got so much hate, from the World Cup. So was it World Cup? Yeah, the World Cup. Alongside,
Rashford did.
Alongside Rashford and Jadon Sancho, but even then, still, it was Saka that missed the penalty that essentially we went out in it. It was exactly the deciding penalty, bro. He got so much hate that I even saw Tottenham fans in their ground clapping for him. That's how mad it got, bro. Like, Tottenham fans hate Arsenal to the ground, bro. These man were clapping Saka, bro. That's how mad it gets. So if man don't want to accept that on volume, Arsenal players get it worse than others, then cool. I don't care for the conversation anymore. You can be right.
And you know what is though, and you know what? Yeah, this is. Can we also say in volume? If we keep it about in volume, it's like when Americans slyly try to do that comparison with obviously with white people, yada yada yada, and then try to put the percentages up and try to disregard everything else. Like, in volume, there's probably more Arsenal and United fans probably on Twitter than there are Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans, City fans, and so forth. So, of course, the volume of hate is going to be on a much larger proportion. Do you get it?
How can there's more?
We had the biggest fan bases. So, of course, with that, when you're going to get better, as Mont says, there's going to be a little bit more of the disingenuous type.
You lot are telling Hooks the reason. You lot are telling Hooks the reason why it's like this, but all Hooks is saying is it's like this.
Yeah, but
you're not actually disagreeing with him.
No, I'm not disagreeing with him, but I'm
disagreeing. I'm disagreeing.
But the thing is, what I don't like here is don't act like your proportion, your fans also don't do the same thing on other players and don't start agendas because we all do it. So try not doing the victim thing. Sounds like those
I'm not here for what about
Yeah, no.
Who's the most hated? Who's the most hated? Who's the most
It
hated
sounds,
team in
you know what it
London?
does?
Who's the
It
most
sounds
hated
like
team in
it
London
sounds
in
like
terms of
Zionists,
fans?
bro. Play
I
the
think
victim
I'm
card.
not
whatever you
Who's
can.
the most
It's
hated
the
team
same
in London
thing.
in terms of fans?
We're not allowed to answer because
I'm
we're
agreeing
Arsenal
with you,
fans, so I'd expect someone else to answer because I think that's quite obvious who it is.
Yeah, who's the most?
Yeah.
Who's the most hated team in London?
Does anybody have an answer for that?
Can I come in? Let me say my thing why I disagree on this here, because I feel like you lot do the me thing as a fan base. It's always something's directed towards us more than others.
Zionists.
The referees hate us. The referees hate us more than others.
All right, here we go. Here we
No,
go.
but hold on, Monster.
It's not here. Let me land this.
Yeah, who'd you
If you don't
support?
disagree, if you don't disagree,
Foundation's
that's
a bit
fine.
shaky though.
If you don't
Build on a
disagree,
shaky
if you
foundation
don't
is a bit
disagree,
risky.
No, it's fine. That's fine. But you don't disagree. Challenge me after, and that's fine, innit? And I'll say.
I'm not disagreeing. I just highlighting incorrect stuff.
So who'd you support,
Yeah.
bro?
Me?
He's Paul. He's Paul.
Yeah.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The whole notion where it's like the refs hate us the most, and you know, our players get the most. You know, people hate on our players more than they hate others. For me, it's just false for me, because you lot are in your own bubble a lot of the time, so it only feels that way because it's your team. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Marcus Rashford and the hate he gets, no one even speaks about that. You know, the way that I understand Saka gets a lot of hate, but so does Marcus Rashford by his own fan base to a crazy level. Like, I've had to sit there when Liverpool were on the top of the game, especially when we won the league and stuff like that. The amount of hate we got, especially the year we fell off as well in general, like I've had to watch Trent be compared to every single fucking right back that comes through. Every right back. Yes, I understand because he's the benchmark, but I understand that when a player is almost the benchmark, I understand that any player that comes through or has a good season is going to get that comparison. It's pretty much as simple as that. Same with Mo Salah, same with Van Dijk. I've had to see so many centre backs that don't even come close to Van Dijk get compared to Van Dijk. Right now, the flavor of the month is Saliba. It's him right now being compared to Van Dijk. It'll be someone next. It will be someone until Van Dijk's like 35. It'll be the next guy. This happens to all teams, especially if you're doing well. If you're not doing well, more time people are pretty much laughing at you. But if you're doing well and your players are the benchmark or have been the benchmark maybe for that season, look at Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer hate has gone through the roof because of how well he's done last season, and everyone's just trying to get him down. And I hear that. Obviously, there is logic towards his performances. He hasn't been good he hasn't been good like how he was last season, and he's still putting up performances in some games, but the numbers are still good. But people are automatically trying to find cracks in the game. Rashford is one of those players who was supposed to be like the next like Wayne Rooney. Man United fans can't stand the sight of him, bro. They can't stand the sight of him. The hate he gets, the hate players like Maguire gets. Man United hate is crazy. Liverpool hate is crazy. And Arsenal hate is crazy. But you look, because you're in your own bubble, you man think it's tailored to you because it's a personal thing for you. No one cares about you, man, that much. I promise you. No one cares about you.
Wait, can I respond before we move this on?
No one.
I thought this was a very valid comment, by the way, FaZe, to read. Like, do you get what I mean?
Big him up, man. Thanks for the super chat. But anyway, let me just respond to what he's saying. Firstly, you said that Arsenal fans think the referees against us when there's clear evidence that we're getting in trouble for things a lot of other teams are not. So you can understand why some people are saying that. We're not going to blow it up and say that there's definitely something going against us, but there's clear inconsistencies. When our managers getting sent off for stuff other managers are not, and we're getting second yellow cards and getting in trouble for things other teams are not. So whether you're not, I'm not saying that everybody's against us, but there's clear evidence to support we're being treated differently from other teams. And I'm not saying that that's not, I'm not saying, wait, I'll let you finish. You spoke for bare long. I'll let you finish. I'm not saying that doesn't happen to any other team, but for our fans to have an idea of thinking that we're getting in trouble for things that other people are not is clearly evident. So you disputing that and wanting to do that thing where you grandicize and say that we're acting like the whole world's against us, it's not necessary. It's weird. Our fans taking issue with certain things that happen to us that don't happen to other people. It's clearly allowed. And then secondly, you're saying Rashford and Saka. Rashford's been playing terribly. Saka could be playing amazingly, and people still criticize him. So our argument is Rashford's one might be warranted, but Saka's been playing out of his socks for a few years and people are still criticizing him. So even the fact that you use Rashford and Saka just highlights where it's just bollocks, because Saka shouldn't be criticized the same way as Rashford, because one's playing shit and one isn't. One isn't. No, but if one's playing good, because all Hooks is trying to highlight, because this is what Hooks is saying. The fact that we're not allowed to say anything because everybody says, as Mont says, we're in a vacuum and we don't know how to be good and we'll do. So Hooks removed himself and said Aguero said this, who is a legit professional player who knows football to a degree. We all don't, because we never made it as professionals. And he's played with some of the best players in some of the best positions in the world. So he removed himself as an Arsenal fan and used a live old professional who I think knows football to a degree more than all of us, because he's made it to the top level, and used his opinion. And this just clearly highlights where our hate is just ridiculous, because when we even highlight stuff that's evidented, you still dispute it. And we're not saying it doesn't happen to other fans. And what it's saying about with the Arsenal thing, AFTV, maybe to me, I may be deluding my fingers up my own arse a little bit here, but our fan thing is the biggest. We started this fan football thing. We never started it, but we blew it up first. So our fan TV is bigger than nearly everybody's. And because of that, people have an envy towards us and like to pile on and shit on us. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's all we're saying. You lot don't have the...
One thing. Can I ask one question?
Well, I'll just go on.
Can I ask one question? Thanks, bro. Yeah, look, listen. You see, one question what you're saying, like the hate towards Saka or hate criticism. Yeah, you're saying he's been playing his socks off. Why do you think he gets criticised? There's one very simple answer.
He plays for Arsenal.
No, because he hasn't won trophies. That's why.
Same thing for Harry Kane.
That's crazy.
There's bare man that haven't won trophies and don't get criticised.
Yeah, I know.
The same way
I understand. No. I'm not saying like the racism. No, listen, all the racism and that kind of hate that's coming from that came to him from England performances and stuff like that. No. I get that. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, that's absolutely wrong. And that should never happen to a player. He's a great player. I rate him highly, but because he hasn't got trophies to match his ability and what he's done in that Arsenal team, it's always been we've nearly done it. If he had trophies, criticism.
Don't you think that's a bit retarded to discredit one player in a team game?
No, I'm saying the team in a whole, but I'm saying Saka
that's a bit silly.
Debatably been carrying that team for a few. Debatably been carrying.
You can't use it in a sentence, to be fair.
So my point is, if he had a trophy to match that, the criticism would just man would just be like, go criticize, I don't care. But you're responding to the criticism.
It's an actual
the trophies ain't there to match it.
Discrediting one player's talent because the whole team hasn't won anything. Do you not see?
Not discrediting.
So let me think. So Campbell ain't won a Champions League. West Brown has. Who's a better player?
It's not about his talent. It's not about.
Let's just keep that narrative. If you can only be a good player with trophies.
Do you know what it is though? You're the same way.
No one's saying that. No one's saying that.
The same way.
Criticized because he ain't got trophies.
If this is the case, then the same way your fan base, especially your one, is the same one that put down Harry Kane. And he ain't won shit. Hooks is on the throne of that thingy. We cuss Harry Kane out there in summers.
But this is the difference, though. This is the difference, though. Thank you, Hooks.
Saka ain't won a trophy in 5 years' time. They're going to be calling it a curse like Harry Kane.
But the whole point is, one thing, this is all come from the DM. This is all come from a DM situation, and then somehow, because I don't think Declan Rice should be put on a pedestal with fucking Busquets and the rest of them, it's gone blown out of proportion about who hates who more. I don't hate Declan Rice. I never even said he's shit. I just never said that. To be fair, Aguero, has never played with Declan Rice. So, bro, Cafu said that John Flanagan was like him, apparently.
So, do you know what I mean? With that same thing, then none of us can ever. None of our opinions are valid then, because we've never played with none of these players.
Because what I don't subscribe to, because the player is professional, that us viewers, of course, they may see the game differently a little bit to us, but that means us viewers have a bit of a less of an opinion. So we always get looked down upon because they had a professional time in football. That's what you kind of just basically said, FaZe, as well. I don't subscribe to that.
I said Aguero knows football to a degree more than all of us, which I think is factual because he made it to the level.
I got a pair of eyes just like him. So if I'm going to watch something, whether it's in the game or out of the game, on TV or not, because guess what? I guarantee he doesn't go to Arsenal games. Yeah, he's too busy elsewhere playing fucking Twitch games and shit, because that's what he does. Yeah.
But with all respect due, though, you said that you had chess for Liverpool when you were going to play this season.
Yeah, I was wrong. So what? So what?
So why should I trust your judgment in other areas?
Yeah, but you don't have to. But why should I trust Aguero's? The same thing. The whole point is He's like, I can watch Declan Rice, but guess what? Me watching Declan Rice hasn't been in the 6, it's been in the 8. And if you're going to compare someone when Hooks does that little slide thing when he done that, because he knows, what he's doing, blood, and then start acting like a victim all of a sudden.
I'm not acting like a victim.
You
This
are,
is the thing. This is the thing.
I'm finishing. I'm finishing. I'm finishing.
I'm just never going to say nothing then. I'm just never going to say nothing.
You literally can't say
Yeah,
anything.
it's always a victim thing.
No,
What's the
because
point?
I'm finishing.
Whenever you say anything.
I'm finishing.
There's no point. There's no point.
No,
There's no
because
point.
you're biting into what I'm saying.
What
So,
I said is
respectfully, when you say "let me finish" and then hold on, wait a minute, I'm doing the same thing too. So you don't like it now. You act like a victim again. Now you act like a victim again. Now look what you're doing now. Now you're doing a self-victimization thing again. Bro, no one's feeling sorry for you, bro.
You just said it's a victim thing. You actually just said it, bro.
No, I'm talking.
It's always a victim thing.
I'm talking.
Whenever someone disagrees, it's always a victim thing. So, halas, I'm done.
No, it's not.
Say no more.
No.
Say no
So
more.
when I'm making an argument for Declan Rice not being on his pedestal, see what I'm doing? It's not self-victimization thing.
One at a time, man. We can't even hear what you man are saying, man.
I can't finish as a host ever, whether it's my man sitting next to me or any of you on the panel. So really, truly, I know Napa's got a certain dynamic, but when a host talks, respectfully, everyone should kind of just shut up a little bit and let me finish. Because I don't talk for most of the thing. You lot do most of the talking if we're keeping it a buck. Am I wrong or right about that? Anyways, Declan Rice in the 6. We talk about pedal stools. Man ain't done it in the Champions League or on a world stage in the 6. Ended. Not Busquets. Done. You lot can talk now.
He's played 6 for England, no? Am I bugging?
Yeah, don't agree.
What have I watched into?
He drowned at times on Southgate, but that's Southgate's fault, not Rice's, to be fair. But
he's a good player, man.
No, I just again, like, I just don't, you lot, like, Hooks, don't switch off because you hear the word victim, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? As Rabble fans, all we got to hear is you, man, saying all against us, it's all against us. When, as I said, I can't fathom how much we do not care as much as you lot think we do, as much as you lot think you get this hate, bro. I can't. I'm stressed it to you, bro.
Who doesn't care about
who actually about you lot as much as you lot think we do, bro.
Who actually ever said you care about us, though?
No. We must care if everything.
So you repeatedly needed to tell us that you don't care about us is mad.
Yeah, because we must.
None of us actually ever told you that.
No. But from what you're saying, you must think we all care about Arsenal to the fact that you're the most hated, right?
No, but listen, is us five here the only people? So you know what? Maybe me and Hooks have misunderstood what happens here. So in future, I just want to know, we're only allowed to refer to what only us 5 here have said. We can't speak about no one outside of us. Is that what we're saying now? So when we speak in a general thing, just because you want to take it and relate it to you, that means we can't speak about anyone else in the world. Is that what you're saying? Because that's literally what you're doing.
That's not what I'm saying.
This is why you need to tell me. This is why you need to tell me 7 times. You need to tell me 7 times you don't care about Arsenal.
No. Again, with volume, the amount that you lot think that the world is against you, the world don't care as much about you as you man think you do. As you man think we do. For this,
but you're doing that thing here where
criticism to be happening to think it's warranted. That's
no, but you're doing that thing again where you're taking not what we said and using it. Who said the world? Clearly in the world, there's people who what we're saying happens do that. That's all we're saying. If you want to grandisize it and say it's the world, that's your choice. But that's not what we're saying. Because it's literally impossible for the whole world to be against us because there's Arsenal supporters in the world. You get what I'm saying? I'm doing literal. No, I'm highlighting errors in your statements. I'm highlighting errors in your statements, and you're saying I'm doing semantics. You said when I say that against us.
I don't mean all 8-9 billion people on the planet, bro. You know.
So why say that then? So why say that?
Bro, you know what I'm saying. Don't take the actual literal meaning and take that to exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm saying, bro, you know what I mean. Population wise, I'm talking about just the volume, the amount of people that you think are against you. It's not necessarily
how much percentage? How much percentage?
It's not hard, bro. Come on, that's not hard.
Are against Arsenal.
Zero. I've been enlightened and I've been. I will never mention this again.
One of the most hated teams in England currently. Yeah, all this talk about Arsenal being the most hated for all this time and all these years and all of this and that. It's not true.
So my theory, I'm not really sure completely.
They get a lot of hate now.
But my theory.
By Hooks, did you say that we were ever the most hated team of all time?
Hold on.
I didn't say that.
Those words never left my mouth.
So why we been told we're not? Did we ever say that?
All I said is what Aguero said, and I didn't even say that.
Even back in the day.
What? Sorry,
you hated that how you are now, even back in the day, which is not true.
Bro, I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening. Like, man, are telling me that man don't hate Arsenal.
People are trying to tell me.
Man are telling me that they don't.
What the hell are we talking about?
People are trying to tell me that Chelsea fans hate Arsenal fans more than Tottenham, yeah?
Well, the whole point.
Have you ever been to
long story short, yeah. All right, we're having this little discussion that's just gone actually very, very left, to be fair.
I like this discussion, by the way, but go on.
Rice. Well, Guerrero said something about Rice, comparing him up to the likes of a Busquets and yada yada yada. Okay. I would mention Hooks try to say that, obviously, to me behind the stream, and obviously, I disagree with it. And then he's gone on about how we all hate Arsenal players and hate this yada yada, and that they're put in a pedestal, and we're like, no, like, well, not really. Like, to be fair, he had a point. Like, everyone had a point, but at the same time, it went left and very much more left.
Right. So so just on that point,
for not agreeing, obviously, that Declan Rice is on this pedestal as a sick.
So
I mean,
hold on, JJ. The next bit's very important. The next bit he's about to say is very important. Go on, Cass. Finish the next bit he was about to say.
I can't remember what was
it about.
It was basically saying. So the point was that I think Faye said the Arsenal players he thinks are scrutinized more in the general than the normal amount of volume that the Arsenal players are scrutinized.
Let me land on this point, right? So
he did say that.
Okay, so so we live in a culture where people like to see people crash, and Arsenal, formerly top team, champions, you know, going unbeaten. Is yours fucking gold? Is that what you guys used to say? I think that's what you used to say. So to me, seeing a team like that fall off, it's human nature to kind of revel in that, right? On the other side, you can have the thing where Arsenal fans, not all of them, but some of them, praised their players very highly, and they didn't win. And because they didn't win, but the players were praised highly, there's people who are watching that and they're saying, hey, you say you're so good. Why are you not winning this? This guy's not as good as that. And so there's a certain level of hate there. Yeah. You then also have Arsenal Fan TV, which then created a caricature of Arsenal, which led that Arsenal laughed at in certain instances. So if you take all of these things together, it's not one size fits all. It's not one reason why people might. And then you've got rivalries and your teams. So it's not one size why people think. And to an element, people do dislike Arsenal, but not because they're over-hated or because some people are hating them appropriately. Some people just dislike Arsenal as a football club. I don't think it's like, woe is me. Like, I don't think Arsenal are overly harshly done by in relation to how a number of the fans talk about Arsenal Football Club. I think it's kind of like sometimes you have to fry in your own grease. And I think sometimes.
But at the same time, what I'm not in agreement with is what Hooks is trying to explain. By the way, don't ever think that we will hate each other on in the comments. It's just normal, isn't it? A lie, really. But regardless, I don't like the fact it's like, as much as what Hooks is saying about the hate for Arsenal or phase about the players or whatever, let's not act like Arsenal got not one of the biggest fan bases. That's, and also whether it's on Twitter or online on YouTube, let's not act like they don't and go and cuss out Chelsea and other fan base on the same degree, but it's just not blown in proportion as much as maybe
because no one cares.
Yeah, but
everybody cares.
It doesn't defeat
when Chelsea are winning.
But it doesn't defeat the point. But it doesn't. No, but I'm saying it doesn't defeat the point. Just because one is vocalized and one is not as vocalized for one club to another doesn't make it any right or like any more wrong or any more right. I'm saying just because the Arsenal one's blown out more, because guess what? Yeah, you know, like it is what it is. There's a lot more on Arsenal fans, so there's a lot more to respond to, obviously, in volume. But at the same time, of course, there is. I'm not disagreeing with you for that part. I said that, Joe.
That's all our point is, though.
Yeah, of course. But at the same time, let's not act like your base. Don't do it to everybody else.
No, but we're not saying no, but you're right. Yeah, but this is the difference, though. Yeah, because you see, like how George just said that with Chelsea. Like you see me, if I hear any Arsenal fans talking smack to Chelsea, I'm gonna go like this. Because I can't be complicit in bollocks. Like, do you get what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So when people are in the arena of just nonsense and they allow it, I just think, hold on, you're not going to say nothing. Do you get what I mean? Because I don't personally do that to other teams. Like, you see, like when we're talking about football and stuff, when Liverpool and Man U fans talk, I kind of hold my corner because they're the first and most successful English club there ever has been, and I have to know my place. But when people who are not at our place are talking down on us and what's going on, like it's factual, I'm like, what's going on here?
But CP, what is your place in 2024? Like, what is Arsenal's place?
Where are we in the league?
Well, you got to look at the facts.
That's what I'm saying. What is your? Because you say people talking down to you. Some people might say, "Well, you last won the league 20 years ago. What's your place?" Some people might say, "You're second in the league. What's your place?" I don't know what your place is.
We're fourth at the moment.
Yeah. So what do you think your place is, and who can talk to you? Can Leicester talk to you because they've won a title more recently than you?
Where's your place in London?
Do you see what I mean?
Number one.
I don't know where
I think we're the biggest team in London.
I don't know how you.
I'd agree with that.
So then, yeah,
I'd
don't know how
agree
you
with
had that up though, innit?
Biggest,
because we have more followers, we're more successful than you.
More followers.
Yep.
What's that got to do with it?
Yep.
We have bigger following, more
How are you more
supporters.
successful than us? How are you more successful than us?
We've won more
One more
trophies.
trophy.
That doesn't
One
mean
more
you're more
trophy.
successful than us because the caliber.
I think that literally does. If you go to the
No, it
dictionary,
doesn't. No, it
success
doesn't.
is determined.
I think what you're saying. I know you've won. Do you know what it is? Because Chelsea have won a wider
The
amount.
Champions League is worth 5 trophies now.
I make one
No,
point.
no,
I
it's
make
not.
one point. Yeah, that the greatest footballers in the world have made. Arsenal fans cannot say the debate. You know, this London is red and blue. Cannot claim for
London's never been blue.
No, they cannot. We are the capital city in England, and it is represented by Chelsea. Why? Because we carry European and international trophies. You have none. The debate is.
We have a European.
No.
Don't even entertain
Don't
that. Don't even entertain that. Just let him say what he wants to say, and in his world, it's the truth.
Man's gonna stop talking, man.
Bro, it's the real world. It's the real world.
You know what I mean?
I've got 25-year-old Arsenal fans coming to me, bro. We want to. I'm 31. How old are you?
So you're 31,
lifetime.
yeah. So hold on.
lifetime.
So hold on. You're telling me that you're more successful than us because you have more Champions League trophies than us, and every other trophy is irrelevant.
No. My team in my
Because that's the way it
By
sounds.
wrap this up in 1 minute because I want to
team-
move the topic.
No. My team in my lifetime is more successful than Arsenal.
Yeah.
In your lifetime, of course, but stuff happened before.
Yeah, but it's not like he's 15. He's a reasonable age.
I'm
All right,
30.
so you know what?
Your
Yeah,
lifetime.
with that same context, yeah, I never want to hear any black people talk about slavery because you weren't here when it happened. You get what I'm saying? Only what happens when you're alive matters. Nothing that happened when you weren't alive
I
matters.
respect the love.
Yeah?
I respect the love
Cool.
for your club, man. But
Cool.
You know, your
Man
opinion
said that he respects the love I have for my club when he said his club's more successful than mine, when factually we have more trophies than him. But he respects my love for my club.
I know, I understand you won bare trophies, yeah.
No, you know,
CP, you're my guy, but the semantics was running wild like Hulkamania just said. Like, I get the broad point.
No, but wait. I understand because of what happened there. But can we just get to a basis on what is happening now in terms of because of 2 Champions League trophies, they're the most successful team in London.
Let me ask you a phrase.
No, please. I'll be quiet for the rest of the show. Please, be quiet for the rest of the show because everybody.
Opportunities to win the Europa League.
George, one sec. George, let me ask this question.
Cool, thanks for that. No, wait, please. Sorry, this is my last question, and I'll be quiet for the rest of the show. Please.
No.
You're right, George. Please. So everybody here, yeah, who's the more successful club? Please answer this one by one. Chelsea or Arsenal? Please.
Chelsea, Man United.
Answer the question. Cass, please answer this question. Chelsea or Arsenal? Who's more successful?
I would put it down to Arsenal.
All right, Hooks.
Arsenal.
Jay.
I gotta say Chelsea.
All right, once
It's Arsenal still.
we win by 3-2. There you go.
It's not by much. It's not by much.
You're a Liverpool fan and you say Arsenal. That is mad, bro. Okay.
The reason
No,
why I'm saying
Tottenham fan.
Chelsea.
He's a Tottenham fan. That's the only reason why he said
That's
Chelsea.
mad.
No, the reason why I
that's
said
mad,
no. Hold on. Oh,
But
no,
really, it's 4-1.
one sec.
Four
Hold
to
on.
one,
'cause-
really.
No, let me
What-
integrate.
let
I
me
need to integrate my because I need to say this.
Yeah, Kaz, give
It's
your
easy.
please.
It's
Yeah,
easy.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Why I'm saying Arsenal for now? Whose trophies would I rather have recently? Chelsea, bro. If I
Chelsea,
was,
yeah.
yeah,
100% of recent time. 100%
Faze's
Chelsea,
point is as much as it went left is true. Just because it didn't, just because we weren't alive for a lot of the trophies beforehand, doesn't mean you can just disregard them. Bro.
What was
No,
the
no,
question?
wait.
It wasn't-
He said who's obviously the whole red versus blue. If we keeping it a buck, if someone said, would you rather have how many league titles do you have, by the way, Chelsea, in total?
6.
less than Everton.
All right, cool. So you got 6. You got 6, and
Less
you got
than
2 champions. If
Everton.
someone asked me,
That's
would you
crazy.
rather have
Everton are a bigger
13,
club than
13
Chelsea.
league titles or 6 league titles and 2 Champions League? I'm going, bro, to be the more successful in your own country,
More
by
majors,
the way, more success because that was successful, right?
You gotta have more majors, bro.
More FA Cups, more
Nah,
League Cups.
but-
You have to be locally. You have to look at it nationally first before you look at it internationally. So
yeah.
in England, if you go around and say who's the bigger club, to be fair, and you're not going to think about obviously the European part of it.
Yeah, but you-
Obviously, if you're going to say who's a bigger club, that's a bit more of a
But
debate.
yeah,
Then
but
maybe.
we're
And
not
bro, I
talking
think,
about-
bro, and it's not. I
was
think
the
you
question
can see
bigger
this
almost.
argument.
Hold on, but
It's
what was
not,
the
no, no, it's
I
not
don't
about
think I
bigger.
don't think I can
it's
do
not
this
about
show
bigger.
anymore, you know.
It's not about
This is
bigger. I'm not
nonsense.
debating who's the bigger.
No
club.
one said bigger. That's what I'm saying. The word was not
Successful.
bigger. It was never
Yeah,
bigger.
yeah,
So now we're changing it. It wasn't bigger.
No, I'm saying I think here that Chelsea represents London.
Chelsea are more
Arsenal.
successful than Arsenal.
And because
How can
and
they
the
not
reason
be-
of that is because
What? No, but wait, no, wait. How? Who has more trophies?
No,
If you hold
reason why-
hold on,
because you
hold
go
on.
to- bro,
George, you
go
just
to
keep
Real
speaking
Madrid
over
fans.
everybody,
Guys,
though.
guys,
Just
go
keep
to Real
speaking
Madrid
over
fans.
everybody.
George, I'm your point.
Man
Let me
says
say
go
this
to
now.
Real Madrid.
Let me
I
land,
quit,
let me
bro.
land, let me
I
land.
quit.
Go, yeah, but
say
you
this now,
need
yeah?
to
Let me
land.
land.
Go.
Let me land. Let me say this
There's
now.
no
Yeah,
point.
I travel
no point.
around here to different places in the world, yeah, and I can tell you now, I speak to fans here of all the biggest clubs.
Bro,
in the
who
world,
gives a
PSG
fuck who you
fans,
speak? If
this
Aguero's
fan,
opinion's
that
not
fan.
valid, why are these random fans? But he's never let me land. He's never let me land.
All right.
He's never let me land.
Move on, boys.
He's never let me land.
Alright.
Man's got to go to Real Madrid to prove his point, and you lot letting his poppycock fly. What's going on?
Right, okay, so-
I don't let you
Well,
land.
so Jay, if I score 100 goals in all competitions and you score 55 in the Champions League, are your goals worth more than my 100?
right,
Who
not
said that? Who don't let
necessarily.
you
So
land?
how is his
That's not
selective?
land.
How is his selective trophies he wants to choose?
Man are talking
Beat my
over each other,
total.
man. You man are talking. It's hard to listen, man. It's
Right,
hard
so
to
listen,
listen.
You're telling me I've been
that far.
Let me one sec.
I'm not gonna lie, man. You lot kill my energy, bro. I'm ending it. You lot fucked my energy off, bro. This whole doing panel shows. Yeah, I'm gonna rethink about this shit.